Hello Tenno! Welcome to the TennoCon 2021 Community Art Show and Cosplay Contest. My name is Megan Everett and I am once again your honorable host for this show. Now if you're familiar with Primetime, more recently Home Time, you will know that we are absolutely obsessed with everything Warframe art. And of course, because TennoCon 2021 is, again, digital this year, we asked you to submit all of your art, your props, your cosplay, and literally everything in between. And we received over 250 submissions, which I will attempt to show you over the next hour in this segment. It was extremely difficult to narrow down to our featured finalists for each category, and I'm going to try and show you them, all of them, as many as I can, in some way or another. And our featured finalists this year are actually going to receive not only a little digital platinum, but also the award as well, because you are a featured finalist. And following the art show, we're going to go right into the cosplay contest. And this year we had some really awesome cosplay. And new this year is the cosplay contest trophies for all of our finalist winners that you can actually display in-game, in your orbiters, in your dojo, however you see fit, to show off the fact that maybe you got Best in Show, maybe you got the Ortis Punny Award. You'll have to stay tuned and find out. And of course, each of those winners will also receive a Prime Access. So keep in mind that there were some submissions that we could not include because either it didn't meet the criteria or time constraints, but we really tried to jam-pack this show with all of the art that we could. And again, I cannot express my thank you that you did all of this hard work and spent the time on this art, so thank you again for doing that. So without further ado, I'm excited. Let's jump into the Community Art Show, and we're going to start it off with hand-drawn art. First up in the hand-drawn category, in no particular order, this is by Bleached Rainbows. It is a detailed ink drawing of Nidus in his Frike Deluxe skin. And if you caught the art show hosted by Daniel Sokolowski earlier, you will have seen that Nidus Prime is in our future. So I predict a lot more Nidus fan art and Bleached Rainbows. I hope to see a Nidus Prime fan art perhaps in our future. Moving on, we have the always wonderful Mura Casardis doing Gara Prime. Absolutely proud. Our newest Prime shown in Casardis style, and that is a blessing in itself. Next up, we have Arkbird. This is a line art hand-drawn with pen, shading done digitally of the Sherry Glass shard, which honestly, I think is an underrated resource, and Grandmother would be very proud of this artwork. Arkbird, thank you very much. Moving on to Fanfona, this is actually a sticky note drawing that they did for their boyfriend who introduced them to Warframe when he had a bad day, so it would make him smile when he found it. And honestly, who wouldn't smile getting a little kiss from the helmet? This is my kind of art. I'm a sticky art girl. I feel like that's where my talent shines, with sticky notes on my desk when I have a moment to doodle. So Fanfona, you do sticky art proud. Next up from Dina Renee, this is an incredible Mirage Deluxe fan art. It is painted with acrylics on a canvas, and she is a canvas, and this looks amazing. And our last featured finalist in the hand-drawn category is by Golden Shades and Frost. He's looking icy, he's looking great. I always love when people, when they draw their fan art, they put their actual, their armor or their sigil that they wear in game. He's got his beautiful little purple bow tie, and he is looking dapper and ready to go. And Frost, he looks beautiful. And there you have it, our featured finalists for the hand-drawn art category. All of these featured finalists will be receiving the art award as well as some platinum. But let's take a look at some honorable mentions. And now we move into the digital art category. Now this category had an overwhelming amount of submissions that I am extremely grateful for, and I've narrowed them down as difficult as that was. And we are going to start it off strong with this art by Kisane. They are a big fan of the Laverian theme, so in their interpretation of their art, they did an amazing Wukong Laverian card, and it has a little bit of the plains in the background, which I love, and it just looks incredible. Laverian art is top tier. Next up in the digital art category, this art is by Altered Silicone, illustrating and honoring the 6 main syndicates that you can either ally with or ally against. And of course, I'm a Steel Meridian girl, so I am looking at Cressatel, of course. But all of these are incredible and really shows each of their kind of sassy little personalities that they have. Next we have from Digital Graphicos. This is a painting in tribute of their siblings and their top 2 most played frames, all of them enjoying the sunrise and doing a nighttime mission together. And they look great. I love a good squad art. It always really emphasizes the multiplayer that Warframe has, and they just look ready for action. Next up we have from Evil Arts, and this is Sevagoth calling forth his ominous looking shadow. I was very excited at the amount of Sevagoth art that came through, because Sevagoth being one of our newer Warframes, and Evil Arts has absolutely captured Sevagoth and everything that he is about with letting his shadow out, and it looks incredible. Next up, the always amazing Derica Arts doing their humanized version of Korra Miyabi skin, which is an incredible Tenno skin, and it had a huge amount of fan art when it came out, and Derica Art, you're just so talented, and the ghost Venari in the background is a chef kiss to the elegance of the Korra Miyabi skin. Next we have from Frevelisk, and they said, his valor and power protect the weak. Be strong, Tenno, your time will come. And if anyone can be the poster boy, it's Excalibur, and Excalibur in the rain. So that's a top tier. Next up, we have the iconic Debbie Sheen doing absolute justice to the Ember Deluxe skin, which was actually concepted by Debbie Sheen, to which then was made as a deluxe skin in Warframe. It's available now. Sisters of Parvos is live. You can get this deluxe skin in the market on all platforms. But Debbie Sheen, I mean, she concepted it, and she does fan art for it, and I have no words, Debbie. I never have words. Your art is incredible. Next up is an incredible piece by Bug Breach. They said that Warframe has changed so much for them, and they wanted to give back, and spent the last month creating this incredible piece, and wanted it to be a reminder of the story of what has already happened and what's to come in Warframe, and they've done exactly that. They really have illustrated, the good, the bad, kind of what's happened within Warframe, and it really is a true depiction of the story so far, and soon we will see what is to come with Warframe. This next piece is from Demi Doodles, and it is, of course, Sevagoth showing off his Shadow Claw, and it is hand-painted in Photoshop, a talent that I don't have, but Demi Doodles does, and the coloring in this is incredible, really showcasing that claw and how epic and large and in charge it is in-game. And this piece is by Nello, again, another Sevagoth piece. I wasn't lying when I said I was very excited to be getting a lot of Sevagoth art. They said that this is Sevagoth invoking the shadow with a sharp comic style. Am I getting a little bit of JoJo? Any JoJo fans out there? Anyway, epic art. You can't not make Sevagoth art epic, because he's just that cool, and the shadow is even cooler. Next up, a familiar face, Grandomonio, aka Mushkin. Originally they wanted to draw some things that were added in the game since the last TennoCon that happened, mechs and deluxe skins. But they got a little bit carried away, and they said the gang is all here, and they truly, literally drew every single character in terms of Warframes, and of course the Necromechs, the Corn Mechs as we like to call them. And there's so much to look at in this. I wish I could stay on this art piece for an hour and just showcase all of them. I personally think one of my favorites is the Mirage Deluxe. Like flapping in the air. I don't know why she's flapping, but she looks great. Everyone looks great. Valkyrie's being a little kitty cat on the ground. It's just so good. If you have a chance, definitely linger on this one and check it out. Next we have from Sprinka. This is illustration of Yoreli and also a Prex card-like style. And again, if you have played Sisters of Parvos, you will have maybe perchance gotten the Yorelli Prex card by playing the Wave Rider quest, but this is incredible. She's on her little Merlina SK drive, and she looks so good. She's got her aqua blades ready to slice and dice. Water physics don't match that, but with Yorelli, physics don't matter. Next we have Underground Wub Master. They titled this as Nata fell from the stars. She expected to find an enemy. Instead, she found her new family. Now, if that doesn't just hit you right in the feels, I don't know what will. This art is incredible. They've showcased so many things. We have the focus schools, we have the paracesis, we have some sentience in the corner. So much iconic imagery in this, and of course, the style of Underground Wub is always amazing. I'm obsessed with this. This next piece is by Graveyard 8, and it is a very chaotic energy family photo, but if you have as many family members as we do in Warframe, as you can see here, there is no way to take a family photo that is not chaotic. And we have everyone here. We got Grendel, loud and proud, Hildren doing her classic, flexing of the muscles. We got Gar in the corner, Zephyr's flying, Wisp is floating, Titania's tiny, with Oberon on the ground. Ugh. Again, there's so much to unpack in this photo. It's an incredible, incredible art. Next, we have a absolutely incredible Titania piece by Cademo. Here we have her floating in a lovely grove of flowers, just like she would in her forest, because she is an absolute queen. And Cademo, chef kiss to you. This is such beautiful art. The background, little sparkles. It is fairy dust, I guess is what it is. It's amazing. Next, from Miss Freaka, they said, considering how cute Yorelli is, I'd figured she'd not pass up any opportunity to make her companions look cute as well. This poor sweet Kavat is getting the Yorelli experience by becoming a kawaii anime girl, and we love it. I love it personally, and Yorelli is definitely one to make something look cute. Next up, a very familiar face, TBG Karoo, showcasing off the Baruch Bedouin skin. An incredible skin for Baruch, and the art, the colors of this, the styling of it, the candles in the corner, everything about it. There's just a little bit of everything in here, and Baruch showcased in all his glory. Our next featured art is by Pascal 1026. This is Tempestari Encounters imagined in the 18th century. So we have Vala in her true pirate form. She's got her crazy epic pirate ship, and Sevagoth is about to make his appearance, as she's been hunting that boy for thousands of years and has finally encountered him. Pascal, we have seen many a piece from you in terms of your epic 18th century Val interpretation, and this is just another one on the list. It's incredible. And the last piece of art in our digital art category is by Shadrad. They said, the glassmaker made me think of old pulp detective novels, so I tried my hand at drawing a book cover for it. This is very Nancy Drew-esque. That's the only detective book that I know. But you've got Nora Knight, sultry in the background. You got Nihil in the corner ready to strike. And of course, a operator depicted here, about to be frozen. But Shadrad, incredible work. Love everything about this. And there you have it, all of our featured finalists in the digital art category. Again, all of our finalists here will be getting platinum as well as the art in-game trophy. Now we're going to show you some honorable mentions. Again, this was an overwhelming category. Thank you again so much to everyone that submitted in this category. And I just wanted to be able to showcase all of them if we could. So check out these honorable mentions. Next up, we have the music category. Our first featured finalist goes to Go Go Light Up, a Cold Below metal cover. Let's take a look. Next up in the music category is another Cold Below version by Nat Balt, and they wanted to do a Spanish version. So let's take a listen. Our final finalist in the music category is a Cold Below remix by Sigil, and they said the first time that they heard Sleeping in the Cold Below, they knew that they had to do a remix. So let's take a listen.
There's a man on high with a devil in his eye and a golden hand, I'm told. It can hurt you, it can hold you, he can kick you or console you when you're sleeping in the cold below. Sisters below, below, we're going where the winds don't blow. Yes, we're all bound down to the deep and we'll all be sleeping in the cold below, below. Sleeping in the cold below.
And there you have it, all of our featured finalists in the music category. Again, you will be receiving some platinum as well as an in-game trophy to showcase to your friends. Next up, we have the physical art category. Here we have combined crafts, sculpture, props, all into one category, so we're going to start it off with crafts. Our first featured finalist in the craft category goes to Lady PJ. And they said last year for TennoCon, they created the domestic drone prop out of cardboard, and due to the pandemic, they decided to get back into sewing to make this domestic drone into a floof. Every piece was sewn by hand and took about 9 days to make. And I'm sorry, but all I want to do is hug and squish this little guy. I don't know, I need a banana for scale as I normally do because I can't tell if he's big or small, but he is adorable and we love a domestic drone floof. Next up in the craft category is from Kakitaros, and these incredible pieces are actually made out of paper. We see Excalibur, Neja, Mesa, and Loki. This to me looks like some crazy action figure toy not made out of paper, so kudos to you. I don't know how you do it, and these are always so impressive to see. Lastly, in our craft category, this is by Fair Leather Friend. They said, my son was gifted several domestic drones for his orbiter by a friend as a mutual joke. At Tenno Bomb, I gifted him another to keep the joke alive, and then for Christmas, I made a leather domestic drone to fit an actual Roomba and gave it to him, as well as a real Roomba to put it on. So not only is this hygienic, it's cleaning your floors, it's cleaning your surfaces, it is cute, it is stylish, and I'm gonna need to put in an order right away, Fair Leather Friend. This is incredible. Next, we move into sculptures. Our first featured finalist is by Willow Creative. You may have seen these on Twitter. I know I did. This is the 3D printed golden lucky cravat from our Chinese New Year event that we did in Warframe. And it's designed by them. It fits over an old Lucky Cat figure that they had fixed up, and it has been going nonstop since February on one battery. So it is efficient for the environment, it's cute, and it is just incredible the fact that this is 3D printed. Willow Creative, you do amazing work. Next up in the sculpture category is by Bextus, and this is a curia made of ceramics. Not only did they make this almost identical to the curia in game, but they also hid it in a tree, so it's very fitting for a curia. And lastly, in the sculpture category, this is by ZPM3 Atlantis, and they found the design of the Cetus Wisp and thought it was really cool, and so they created a 3D model, and they actually hung it up in a tree by a lake, very true to form for a wisp, although hard to find. This one looks incredible, and I would absolutely probably steal this if I saw it from you. Moving right along to the props category, this first one is by Magic Thighs. It is a crazy kick gun, and all 6 components are interchangeable. Currently, this is the Tomb Finger, Haymaker, Killstream, Catchmoon, Splat, and Brash finished, and they have plans to build every component seen in the game, so that's a lot of components and a lot of interchangeability, but it is absolutely incredible. I did it all by hand, it's all painted by them, and I can't wait to see more interchangeable ones. I know I have a treasured kit gun of my own, and it'd be very cool to see all of the different variations. And finally, in the props category, this video is by Widescreen John. It is an awesome compilation of all of the Warframe props that they have designed and built so far. I know I have the Vacor Heck in my office. There's some props in this live stream room, and I'm sure other people have some as well. And Widescreen John is just incredible at what he does, and we're always surprised when he posts that he's making something and what he's making, and he loves to ask people what they want to see for him to make, and he does it. So Widescreen John. Archiplasmor next, am I right? And lastly, in the physical art category, we have a category titled Other, and these are a couple of things that didn't quite fit into some other categories, so we just gave them their own. First up, this is by Noxexia. It is a handmade necklace inspired by their favorite faction, Solaris United, and their leading lady, Yutiko. It's got copper wire, zip ties, shackle bolt, all this really awesome stuff that is very Solaris United on brand for them, and I hope you wear this every day because I know I would. And lastly, in our other category, it goes to Pyra. This is their Critters of the Plains, a series of paintings depicting every known and yet to be known creature that exists on the plains of Eidolon. We've got the Murgu, we've got the Yogg-one, and some creatures that we've shown that haven't seen the light of day yet, but I'm just proud to see Norg there right in the middle where he deserves to be because he is the greatest fish of all time. And Pyra, this looks incredible. Your wall is very stylish. And there you have it for our physical art category. We do have some very honorable mentions for each of our categories within physical art. Let's take a look. And we have made it to the cosplay section of our art show. We are going to start with cosplay, and then we'll show you pet cosplay to end the show. So first we have our Best in Show winner out of the cosplays that we received. This is by Rosso Fior, and this is a legit, this is them cosplaying as the mother and Trotty. They said, since the release of the quest, The Heart of Deimos, this character immediately sunk into my soul. It was from that moment that I realized I wanted to do a full-fledged cosplay. I started to buy materials and turn the image into reality. To make this cosplay, I used a variety of materials ranging from polymer clay for making the necklace and Ava ending with a rope cable to simulate hair. Now, when this was shown to me, when I saw this submission, I thought it was not real. Like, I did not think that this was a real person cosplaying as Mother, and I was absolutely gobsmacked. I was speechless. Everything about, she's done the flower, like everything about this is amazing. Like they said, their hair is rope cables to simulate it, because we know Mother's got some great hair going on in game, and this is just like perfect to a T. So Rosso Fior, congratulations. You have won the Best in Show trophy. Our next cosplay finalist and the winner of the Clem's Choice Award goes to Disfusional. And they said, with some reference assistance, I was able to construct a Valaglarius cosplay in just 9 days. This cosplay is a waist-up representation of our Solar Rail pirate, for she had lots of sitting and railjet grinding to tend to. And the photos you see here show a work in progress from her day 1 debut with the light makeup and the day 2 pirate fun that they had with Lady the Laddie and Life Water with proper face paint. And as soon as they reached out to us asking for some reference images, I knew that this was going to be amazing, and Disfusional, you never disappoint. Vala, she looks amazing. You look amazing. I mean, I feel like we referenced you for this character because you look great, and Vala has been depicted here so glamorously. And congratulations on the Clem's Choice Award. Next up, we have the winner of the Solaris Workmanship Award, and it goes to Plexi Cosplay. This is a completely handmade Titania cosplay by them. It's primarily Ava foam with the wings made out of vinyl. The organic shapes pose the biggest challenges for them, and this took them 3 months to build. And I've seen a little bit of the progress that was happening on social media of this, and the final product is incredible. It looks straight out of the game, and I mean, I'm so impressed by this, and I know a lot of people have seen this and are also impressed by it. So congratulations on the Solaris Workmanship Award, because clearly 3 months to build and a lot of work has went into this, and it looks unreal. And lastly, in our cosplay category, the winner of the Ordis Punny Award goes to Ludius Maximus. And if you have been to any of our physical TennoCons, or even the digital one last year, you might know this familiar face. It's not Scott, it is Scott's doppelganger, and he has won the Ordis Punny Award for this video. Let's take a look.
With the Sisters of Parvos update. So I wouldn't say 100% of the team is working on what we're showing for TennoCon, and obviously shipping sometime after TennoCon. But yeah, that's the primary focus right now.
Great. Anything else come to mind? Any parting words before we do some final prizes and wrap up?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No part.
Can't wait to see you at TennoCon.
And there you have it, the winners of our cosplay contest as well as the awards. Of course, we do have a couple honorable mentions to show. This is Koji Senpai and Dirkalicious52. We have arrived at the last category in our community art show and cosplay contest. This is the pet cosplay, a new addition to the show this year, and it did not disappoint. We're going to start it off strong with the winner of the Master Tissoni Award. This goes to Glitches Are Cool. They said, my partner and I's chickens cosplaying as various chickens. And yes, those are real chickens. Glitches are cool. You teased this on Twitter. I didn't think you were serious. I don't know if I challenged you to actually do this or not, but I mean, you've impressed me and everyone with your chicken cosplay, and I mean, of course you featured Ember, so I'm happy about it. You even showcased the deluxe one, so I love that. Glitches are cool. Incredible. I mean, hands down to you. A chicken cosplay? I never thought that we'd have a chicken cosplay, but we do. Now, when I say judging adorable pet cosplays, to find one winner was difficult, I am absolutely not exaggerating. So here are 2 incredible honorable mentions to Chroma27 and Bowsy the Schnauzy. Before we go, we have a little treat. This is a video by Vulpin Props, and they have made the Verve Redeemer. Let's check it out. You can visit warframe.com to download the free STL design file. And if you have a 3D printer, you can learn to build, paint, and assemble one of your very own using a tutorial video provided by Vulpin Props. The Verve Redeemer skin is just one of the many exclusive Warframe cosmetics that you can get with Prime Gaming, so go sign up now. And there you have it. We have reached the end of the TennoCon 2021 Community Art Show and Cosplay Contest. Thank you to everyone who submitted. It was incredibly hard to pick finalists, but it was such a joy to go through all of the art and entries that you submitted. And thank you for watching this segment. I always enjoy being here and looking through art. But stay tuned because Tenno Live 2021 is up next and you do not want to miss it. Bye everyone.